Okay, so these next two problems are going to be arc length and partial fraction decomposition, okay? So when calculating arc length, the first thing we want to do is we want to take the derivative, okay? So f prime of x, okay, the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared, but the 3's are going to cancel each other out. Then minus 1 divided by 4 x squared, right? And now the formula for arc length is the integral from a to b of the square root of 1 plus now f prime of x squared. It's an integral with respect to x. So that would become the integral from 1 to 3 of the square root now this would be x squared minus 1 divided by 4x squared squared, and this is an integral with respect to x. And so what would this become? All right. So the integral from 1 to 3 of the square root, now this is 1 plus x to the 4th. Now when you multiply x squared times negative 1 over 4x squared, okay? The first time that happens, you're going to get a negative 1 divided by 4, okay? And then you're going to multiply it again, and you're going to get another negative 1 divided by 4. So the combination of those gives you that negative 1/2 that we want in the middle. Right? And plus 1 divided by 16x to the 4th, integral with respect to x. Okay? So on a lot of these problems, you will get that negative 1/2. And why do we want that negative 1/2? Is because we can combine it with the 1 and turn that into a positive 1/2. Alright? And so that's going to be the integral from 1 to 3 of the square root. Now that's going to be x to the 4th plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 16 x to the 4th, an integral with respect to x. So that's the integral from 1 to 3 of the square root. Okay. This is going to be x squared plus 1 divided by 4x squared and an integral with respect to x. All right, now the square is going to undo the square root. Okay. So that's going to equal the integral from 1 to 3 of just x squared plus 1 divided by 4x squared dx. Okay? And that's going to become x cubed divided by 3. And this is at negative 2, so it's going to go up to negative 1 and divide by that. So that's minus 1 divided by 4x. Evaluated at 1 and at 3, which equals 3 cubed divided by 3 minus 1 divided by 4 times 3, and then minus, that would become 1 cubed divided by 3, and minus 1 divided by 4 times 1. Let's close those parentheses. And like I've said in the past, if you leave your answer like that on the test, that is a perfectly acceptable answer. in my class, okay? All right, so that's arc length. The next problem for this video is going to be partial fraction decomposition. And so on this one, you basically just write down the answer, okay? So this is going to be a divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1 squared plus now c divided by x minus 1 cubed. Now plus dx plus e divided by x squared plus 3, and then plus f divided by x plus 5. And that is the partial fraction decomposition of that problem. So on this problem, I'm not going to ask you to solve for all of these letters. It would make the test just way too long.